Welcome to Pips AI, your gateway to the fascinating world of artificial intelligence and programming. Assistants API is one of the most fascinating things during OpenAI's Dev Day. We will explore its capabilities in this video. Stay till the end and find out how you could improve your development workflow with Assistants API. First, let's hear what Sam has to say about Assistants API.
The Assistants API includes persistent threads, so they don't have to figure out how to deal with long conversation history, built-in retrieval, CodeInterpreter, a working Python interpreter in a sandbox environment, and of course, the improved function calling that we talked about earlier.
Thanks, Sam. So essentially, the Assistants API allows us to combine the tools such as CodeInterpreter, Retrieval, and function calling with our LLM. At least that's the basics. For now, we won't cover function calling and we won't code since I always be getting these rate limits. Once it's a more stable release, we will go more in depth. So as you can see, the problem with asking domain-specific questions in ChatGPT is that it would not give the right answer. In fact, it is even more dangerous because it will often hallucinate and make up its answers. Notice how it just be yapping when I ask about the semantic kernel. First off, we're going to grab some good, detailed articles about the topic our assistant needs to know a lot about. It's like giving the assistant a study guide so it can be smart on that topic. I will use semantic kernel because I would definitely know if our assistant is just guessing answers. After downloading articles, go to Assistants in the OpenAI platform. As we can see, we already have the previous assistant we made. So here I added the instructions. You are an expert in semantic kernel. The information about semantic kernel is in the files provided. If prompted, you will answer all questions using the information from the files given as context. Then we select the model we want to use. I will use GPT-4 Turbo Preview since it allows retrieval. We will turn on retrieval, then upload the files related to our topic. So yeah, I'm just adding additional files. And now that we have everything uploaded, save the assistant. Now that we have saved the assistants, let's go to our OpenAI playground. So we are looking at the same sidebar. It has the description of the function and all the files involved with the assistant. So let's ask the question, what is semantic kernel? It runs a little bit slow. Everyone is trying to run. In the backend, the AI processes prompts using instructions and opens files, assuming it uses text embeddings stored in memory to search and retrieve data, similar to a RAG system. Okay, this is actually amazing. It's exactly how I would explain semantic kernel. It shows how to execute it. It shows the general idea of semantic kernel. Okay, so it also shows how to configure. Now to see if the AI actually understands the concept as a whole, let me ask it to explain the concept of AI orchestration in the context of semantic kernel. This is amazing. It actually answers it coming from multiple sources. It combined input from these different files. Great, it shows memory and models. It talks about AI plugins. Okay? I'm going to ask another question coming from another document because I actually read all these docs and I know which answer came from which. So I'll ask a question from the plugins document. Explain what plugins are. As you can see, it was able to get information from the PDF, comprising of information about plugins. Then, it was able to explain it in a concise format. It even expands on the concept of semantic functions and native functions. Okay, I'm just checking if we covered all documents with our prompts. One more question from another document. Let's ask about prompt flow. Yes, it does streamline designing the app. True, it visualizes the chains, it got every detail right, no hallucinations. Now let's see how good its code is. There are some example code in the articles, so let's see how good the code is from that. Let's make it instantiate a kernel. Oh, okay. See, this is the thing I was talking about. It's tried changing the model, okay? So GPT-4 doesn't have retrieval. Let's do 3.5 turbo. Not bad, actually. This is how you instantiate a kernel. So I usually use chat service. Let's see if the code is right. Yup, it is. I know my config is different with me using the get.env function, but the AI does not know that. I didn't give information on that. This is amazing, and it is just the 3.5 turbo model. Imagine if we didn't run out of tokens. Okay, one last thing. Let me ask what a planner is. This concept is a little bit harder to explain than the other concepts. So it discusses automatic orchestration using the kernel, function recombination and chaining functions. You know what? Let's make it a blog post. Now, let's make it code more complicated stuff based on the info he has and see what it comes up with. Okay, now everything is wrong, but then again, this is GPT 3.5 Turbo. It was a good rundo. You still here? Great. Let me show you how to improve your dev workflow using the CodeInterpreter. So using the same assistant, I will upload a code I have written using the semantic kernel SDK. I will ask the assistant to explain the code. As you can see, it responds by verbalizing its steps. Look at the result. It shows exactly the concepts used in the program. It integrated concepts from the document and used it to explain the components of my code. Now, let me ask it about specific topics, such as how I have used plugins. great it showed concepts from the plugins article, and it even specified the specific names of the semantic functions I have used in the program. This is great when you are trying to explain code to teammates or just trying to make a blog but can't write. If this video helped, please like for the algo. If you have any insights, positive comments, or negative comments, please comment below. If you have any more app ideas, comment below. Thanks for watching.